Hey, are you a solopreneur? Well, anyone working solo in franchise development, actually anywhere these days, can be challenged about staying focused and being motivated every single day. Let's talk about how you can stay focused.
This is the Franchise Pitfalls and Profit Show. Each week, we bring you the challenges and triumphs of being in the franchise development and consulting business. The things you need to make money faster. And now your host, one of the most successful franchise developers in North America, Don Shin.
Hey, even pre-pandemic, anytime that I was in sales or business development, I was always working from home until I got promoted into management and executive levels where I had to go to an office pre-pandemic. I've always worked from home, so I've always had this challenge with being, having to get up every day, walk down the hall, close the door behind me, and start business. And then again, when I started my own business way pre-pandemic, the first year or so starting my own business, I was still doing it out of an office, kind of an office suite that was still in my home. So this kind of what everybody thinks is this pandemic induced situation of working from home, honestly is nothing new to me. So how have I done it? I'm going to share today 3 keys to staying motivated, focused, and how that'll bring you the kind of success that you've always dreamed of. So first of all, let's start with taking ownership. The first thing you need to do is to take responsibility. Be accountable for the results that you're getting. Do you find yourself blaming others? Do things kind of get in your way? Do you blame your lack of results and your lack of focus and motivation? Are you blaming it on, the weather was bad, so I couldn't get out of the office, or the government did this and that, and so it's the government holding me back? Well, you know what? As the late and great Bob Newhart once said, just stop it. Actually, I think he said, stop it. No one wants to hear you whine. No one wants to hear you complain. If you're getting a salary, that's why you can go over into the corner of your office and stick your thumb in your mouth and just complain and whine. If you're a business owner, though, or if you're a 1099, like a franchise consultant or a franchise broker, the reality is you can't do this, or that's going to be your path to the poorhouse. So, like the way to break this and to take responsibility is kind of like the TV show, Do You Want to Be a Millionaire? They had these lifelines, and they had the old call a friend. So one way to kind of break out and take some ownership and take some responsibility is to have a friend that you could call. That's the kind of friend that's going to lift you up when you're feeling down. That's going to encourage you when you're not motivated. Or someone that's going to kick you in the rear end sometimes and be honest with you when you need it. So as the Australians say, don't be a whinger. Don't call someone who's going to whine with you. Call that person that's going to lift you up. So that's the first point in staying focused and motivated, is to take ownership for the results and the actions and take responsibility. Second thing I want to talk about is to actually take some action. We sometimes get frozen. We sometimes get paralyzed. So it's difficult working by yourself to stay focused and to not get stuck, to not get paralyzed, if you will. So very, very much, very, very important to take some form of action. Honestly, when you look back, once you're unstuck, once you're no longer paralyzed and you look back, honestly, that action may actually never have moved you forward, but that's okay. When you're working by yourself, You need to break free. You need to unstick yourself. You need to unparalyze yourself. So do something. Take some form of action. Third thing I wanted to talk about is, we used to call it in the olden days. I used to just call it my ego file. And this is not, to give you a big head or anything of that nature. What I'm really talking about is, have you call it what you will, call it an encouragement file, but just it's somewhere where you have things that to just show you that you've been successful, that just show you that you can do whatever it is that your job is. Something that's going to make you smile when you open it. So for me, it was articles maybe that I was named in or I was quoted in, as kind of a subject expert. Back in my corporate days, it was awards that I had won. Maybe internal company magazine articles that, here are the award winners for 2022. Um, uh, uh, you know, uh, um, yeah, trophies, that might have shown, hey, I was volunteer of the year for the Chamber of Commerce, or I won Master Franchisee of the Year. These are all things, again, call it your encouragement file, call it your ego file. But sometimes we just need, again, when we're by ourselves and we're alone, and we need to push through a situation and remotivate ourselves, we just need that personal reminder that you are good at what you do, that you have been successful in your career, even though maybe at the moment it doesn't quite feel like it. So, again, as I said, take accountability, take responsibility for your actions. When you're stuck, do something, take some form of action. The third one I said is, have this ego or encouragement folder. And then I'm going to give you a fourth one. I think I said I was going to give you 3 tips. I'm going to give you a fourth one, a bonus, and that is, do something for yourself. It's okay to take a break. If you've had a good day, it's okay to knock off early. Celebrate. Again, sometimes it may just be doing something special for yourself, but celebrate. Don't get lazy. Don't like knock off at 3 in the afternoon every day, but on occasion, to treat yourself, to just kind of get away from the office, to be able to walk out of your home office and close the door behind you and leave it all there. Sometimes you need to just do that and do something for yourself and celebrate a little bit, to give yourself a break. So these are my 3+1 tips about how you can stay focused and motivated.